It's doing. If you did not know, these satellite controllers are in violation of environment laws, and they're in violation of trespassing. I'm not going to tolerate any trespassing violations of your politicians or government agents or your medical people. I'm not your race. I'm not your child. And they're still hitting me in the teeth. They're still trying to read people's lips and shit. I don't speak German. I don't speak Middle Eastern either. I speak English. So any lip reading is going to get you prosecuted for attempts of murder. Any mutilation is going to get you charged for murder attempts. I'm not going to play your shit, man. You're trespassing. That technology was outlawed. You are using it illegally, and you can get the death penalty. My teeth are my teeth. I'm not your race. I'm not your religion. I'm not your property. I'm not your child. You fabricated, you thought somebody owed you something. If you don't produce documents proving that you thought my parents owed you something, factual, certified documents, time and dated, you are going to be executed for trying to murder me. Or you're going to be sitting in prison for the rest of your fucking life. You trying to steal my genetics is not something I owe you. No, I don't. I'm not your race. I'm not your child. I'm not your property. Any damage that you have caused to my anatomy can get you the fucking death penalty. And I don't give a fuck who you think you are. I am an American. I have international status. You are violating American law. You got into government illegally and violated American policies that govern over the government and the guidelines of what politicians and government people are supposed to follow. You have secretly had your hidden agenda to attack me and to attack landowners is what your government agents have been doing. And you've tried to play your industry of death of mutilating people's teeth to call them crazy. The mutilation is from your hands, on your satellite buttons, or when you have grabbed me and damaged my teeth. I am not your child. You have vandalized and damaged with your graffiti satellite shit, claiming you were marking people with your satellite. We need to know what race you are. You cannot judge or try to mark people in this country for your game of death, for your poaching, or for your tricks of any kind. You can get the death penalty. I'm not going to play your fucking games, man. There's lots of things in life that are, parts of a person's history or a part of things they want to do with their life. Stealing is a crime, government man. Mutilations is a crime, government man. You're trying to murder off people that you claimed you were in competition with. We need to see the parameters and all the details of your looks, your anatomy, your family history, your background, and your family tree. Every fucking thing about you and your satellite controllers and who you're working for in this country. If you got impeached in government, the courts have all the records for exactly why you got impeached. You try to blame me, you can get the fucking death penalty. If you tried to blame my parents, you can get the death penalty. You people got impeached based on your lack of knowledge of the governing laws of this country. You people that are going to get impeached are going to get impeached for the lack of knowledge of the laws of this country and the rights of the citizens and the rights of the priority list. See, my name is on the priority list. And it means if the government doesn't do what they're supposed to do, which is they're not supposed to harass me, they're not supposed to abuse me. The government was obligated to send me a certain amount of money every year because they had murdered my parents. The government has never sent the fucking money. The government has to be charged for trying to murder me, and the lawsuits go up 1,000 times plus. Anybody uttering a word to slander my character from any government office must get apprehended for treason. I've never been a bad person. My parents was never bad people. And I'm the child of my mother and father, and I'm the owner of my mother and father's companies and estates. I'm the only legal person that has any right of owning it, and I'm the owner of all of it. Forever. Anybody tampering with my body or putting markings on my body or injuring my body must get prosecuted. They're still hitting me in the teeth. The United States government and Pentagon, are you guys aware of this satellite controller and his vandalism and mutilation of teeth and facial structures? We need to see the report from the government of what they are aware of and who is the person that has been doing these things to my face and teeth. The government must provide detailed facts of information, time and dates of the times these people have grabbed me, time and dates that these people had damaged my face and teeth, and the government is 100% obligated to provide that information to the media and to the courts. Any failure in a reasonable amount of time, you probably only have a few hours or minutes, well, I mean, you might say days to provide factual information up to this point from the past 30 years, which identifies the people that have been terrorizing my life, which identifies the people that are in satellite control rooms, which identifies the people that have been stealing my postal mail, and the people that are trying to steal my identity, and the criminals in the medical industry or in the government that have tried to steal anything from me, such as them trying to steal my penis, or genetics, or them raping me, or rendering me unconscious and raping my anatomy, or tampering with my body, or trying to steal anything from my body. We need the detailed information, and it must be provided to the news media. I'm the child of my mother and father. My father owned media companies. My mother possibly owned media companies. They're trying to make me burp. And politics does not own this country. This is not a communist country. Any politician that is involved in communist activity of hurting me or stealing from me or trying to downgrade my status in this country must get prosecuted for jumping status, for trying to claim that they thought they outranked me by trying to call me a nobody, by trying to intentionally mistake my identity. They tried to mistake my identity intentionally, like they were trying to play the switcheroo, which is treason. My identity is the most documented identity in America. These people that are trying to claim they didn't know who I am and they're in government when their databases has the information, and then they wanted to physically assault me in their activities of trying to rape me and trying to abuse me as they were trying to play victim of society shit, or they were trying to play their accidental murder attempts of trying to murder me, or they wanted to slander my health, or they wanted to slander my character. We need those government people that have made these documents accusating against my intellect, actually accusating against my anatomy. And the man has been trying to tuck up the penis all the time with his games of knocking me out and sexually putting his hands in my pants and groping and sexually abusing me. What race is that man, and where the fuck did that man come from? I am not that man's race. That man does not outrank me. That man is trying to play communist control over my life. This is America. The American flag is there. It still flies in front of the White House every fucking day. The United States government trying to play these tricks is violations of them being in positions and corrupting the American country's laws. And that is treason. In reference to any political person, group, or organization, and their activities of violating my human rights, and their crimes of slandering and abusing me with their invisible satellite technology, they must get prosecuted for their crimes. And today's date is 5/9/2023, and it's 1:16 p.m. Indianapolis, Indiana time. And don't forget, I got kidnapped from California, and they kidnapped me back in the 80s too. And my mother had court cases in court in Indianapolis, didn't she? Need those court records open for the public to see. And this goddamn government man is still burning my teeth. You think you have a right fucking up a person's teeth so you could make up slander on them? Because that's what the fuck you've done. You made up lies with your narcissistic, obsessed, stalking game of your government people stalking me. You must get prosecuted for your fucking crimes. Show up in court, government man.